Leon S. Kennedy, a name that's been etched into the history of survival horror for nearly 3 decades. From his very first day as a rookie cop in Raccoon City to becoming one of the most trusted agents in the fight against bioterrorism, Leon has faced every nightmare imaginable and survived. But now, with Resident Evil 9 on the horizon, the question on every fan's mind is this: could this finally be the end for Leon Kennedy? Leon's journey began in Resident Evil 2, back in 1998. A rookie cop thrown into chaos, forced to fight for survival against the undead in Raccoon City. From there, his story only grew larger. In Resident Evil 4, we saw him at his peak, no longer the rookie, but a hardened government agent sent to rescue the president's daughter from a cult in rural Spain. That mission defined him, not just for fans, but for the Resident Evil series as a whole. Since then, Leon has appeared in multiple games and animated films: Resident Evil 6, Resident Evil Vendetta, Resident Evil Infinite Darkness, and Resident Evil Death Island. Each time, we see the toll that years of fighting bioterror have taken on him. He's older, he's wearier, yet he still answers the call. In Resident Evil 6, Leon was 36 years old. By the events of Resident Evil Vendetta and Death Island, he's well into his 40s. If Resident Evil 9 continues in the modern timeline, Leon S. Kennedy will likely be around 48 years old. Think about that. Nearly 50, still putting his life on the line, still fighting monsters that most people wouldn't survive 5 minutes against. Unlike Chris Redfield, who is built like a tank and still seems unstoppable, Leon has always been portrayed as more human, stylish, skilled, but vulnerable. There are several reasons why Resident Evil 9 might be setting up Leon's final chapter. First, Capcom has been slowly passing the torch to a new generation of characters. Ethan Winters carried the narrative through Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil Village. Now, his daughter Rose has been teased as a key figure for the future. Second, every time we see Leon lately, from Death Island to Infinite Darkness, his story carries a heavier, more reflective tone. He's not the wisecracking rookie anymore. He's tired, he's haunted, and that's exactly the kind of setup you'd expect before a character's final stand. Finally, consider this. Resident Evil has never been shy about killing beloved characters. We've already seen characters like Jill Valentine disappear for years, Ada Wong presumed dead more than once, and countless fan favorites written out of the story. If there's ever a time for Leon to bow out, Resident Evil 9 could be it. So what would that look like? Imagine Resident Evil 9 opening with Leon already at a crossroads. He's older, slower, maybe even questioning whether he has anything left to give. But then, the outbreak happens. Something bigger than anything we've seen before. Something that forces him back into action one last time. This wouldn't just be another mission. This would be Leon's reckoning. A story about sacrifice, legacy, and the cost of devoting your life to fighting monsters. Maybe Leon saves the new generation, Rose Winters, or a brand new protagonist, making sure they carry the torch forward. Maybe he dies in battle, going out as the hero he's always been. Or maybe Capcom gives him a bittersweet ending, finally allowing him to walk away after decades of service. Now, not everyone wants to see Leon go. For many fans, he is Resident Evil. Losing him would feel like losing the heart of the franchise. On the other hand, storytelling is about stakes. And what higher stakes could there be than the possibility of Leon's death? Capcom knows this. And whether they actually kill him off or just tease it, Resident Evil 9 has the potential to be the most emotional chapter in Leon's story yet. From rookie cop to seasoned warrior, from Raccoon City to bioterror outbreaks across the globe. Leon S. Kennedy has been with us for nearly 3 decades. But now, as Resident Evil 9 approaches, one question remains. Will this be his final stand, or does the legend of Leon Kennedy still have one more chapter left to tell? What do you think? Should Capcom let Leon retire with honor, or do you want to see him continue fighting even into his 50s? Let us know in the comments. This is GameSync, signing off.